Non-experimental research is a type of research in which the researcher does not manipulate variables or assign participants to different treatment groups. Instead, the researcher observes and measures variables as they naturally occur. This type of research is often used when experimentation is not feasible or ethical, or when the goal is to describe or explore relationships between variables without establishing cause and effect links. Non-experimental research is common in fields such as social sciences, psychology, education, and public health, where it is often difficult or impractical to control all the variables that might influence the outcome. The primary purpose of non-experimental research is to observe, describe, or explore relationships between variables without manipulating them. This approach is often used when researchers are interested in understanding natural phenomena or real-world situations where experimental control is not possible. For example, non-experimental research can help identify correlations between two variables, such as the relationship between social media usage and mental health, without directly intervening or manipulating the behavior of participants. It is particularly useful for exploring complex issues where random assignment or experimental manipulation would be impossible or unethical. Non-experimental research is characterized by the absence of manipulation or random assignment of variables. Researchers simply observe and measure the variables of interest in their natural setting, which means that there is no intervention or control over external factors. Non-experimental studies can take several forms, including correlational research, case studies, surveys, and observational studies. In correlational studies, for example, researchers examine the statistical relationship between two or more variables, but cannot infer causality. In observational research, the researcher may gather data through naturalistic observation or fieldwork, observing behaviors or events as they occur in real-life contexts. Non-experimental research plays a crucial role in the social sciences and other fields by providing valuable insights into natural relationships and real-world phenomena. It allows researchers to study variables that cannot be ethically or practically manipulated in experimental settings. For example, researchers studying the effects of childhood trauma on adult behavior cannot randomly assign individuals to experience trauma, but they can use non-experimental research methods to examine the relationship between trauma history and mental health outcomes. Non-experimental research is also useful for generating hypotheses that can later be tested through experimental research. It provides essential information in fields where direct manipulation of variables is impossible, unethical, or impractical. While non-experimental research has many advantages, it also comes with several limitations. One major limitation is the inability to establish causality. Because researchers do not manipulate the variables, they can only identify correlations between them, but cannot conclude that one variable causes the other. For example, a non-experimental study may find a correlation between high levels of stress and low job satisfaction, but it cannot determine whether stress leads to job dissatisfaction or if job dissatisfaction causes increased stress. Another challenge is the potential for confounding variables, factors that are not controlled but may influence the results. Without random assignment or manipulation, it is harder to rule out the influence of these external factors. Despite these challenges, non-experimental research is still invaluable for studying naturally occurring phenomena and exploring complex relationships in situations where experimentation is not feasible. In conclusion, non-experimental research is a valuable research methodology used to observe and measure relationships between variables without manipulating them. It serves the important purpose of describing and exploring natural phenomena, particularly when experimentation is not possible or ethical. While it has limitations, such as the inability to establish causal relationships and susceptibility to confounding variables, non-experimental research provides essential insights that inform further study and understanding of real-world issues. This approach is especially important in social sciences, healthcare, and fields where controlling or manipulating variables is not practical.